Yo, what's up, YouTube? Man, it's your boy Ashton Jackson, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys getting blown out by the Buffalo Bills, 31-10. So before we hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content, man. So, man, that was a bad birthday present for me. You know, if you guys don't know, today is my birthday, December 17th, man. I turned 21 years old, so yeah, man. The rest of my birthday was great, but this was just a horrible game to watch overall, man. And it was horrible on all facets of the game, but especially defensively. We had a bunch of injuries. Malik Hooker was already inactive before the game even started. They labeled him with an illness or an ankle injury, but he didn't play in this game. And then once the game started to go on, you had Damone Clark who was getting hurt, Donovan Wilson, Micah Parsons. There was a bunch of guys in this game that got hurt. And man, Jonathan Hankins' presence is vastly missed on this defense. And I knew it was going to, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I was expecting Mozzie Smith to at least fill in the reins of that, or us bring in we did elevate Carl Davis, the nose tackle that we did pick up in the offseason. I did expect him to make some plays, but really where Buffalo got most of the run were on the edges. They weren't in the middle of our defense; they were on the edges, and that's terrible for us because, we're gonna play Miami. Miami, they can run the ball great on the edges. We got to play Detroit; they can run the ball. So we keep going out here looking like this, and especially on the road, man. That's why it was so imperative that we won this game, and why we needed to win this game. Because if you would have won this game, you would improve to 11-3, and then you would have been hoping that Seattle goes out and takes care of business against on Monday and beat the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's why you can be officially a one game above the Philadelphia Eagles, because now they would have lost to you guys, and then they would have lost a NFC conference game. That's the only positive thing coming out from this blowout loss, was that you lost to an AFC team. Thank God it was an NFC team, because if it was an NFC team, you would be almost a game and a half behind the Philadelphia Eagles. So really, man, defensively, like I said, we got to step it up. But it's really hard to say step it up when your offense as well, who did not play a good game at all, was lackluster as well. There was a bunch of times when it was 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1, where we're turning around and we're getting blown up in the backfield. We're not counting for anybody. Buffalo was sending run blitzes at us. They were shooting the gap, getting to Rico Dowdle, getting to Tony Pollard. And there was a time where we were finally driving on certain downs. And then again, we were killing ourselves with penalties. And that was something I was speaking about with the notes that I have right here, and the note card that I had for the Dallas Cowboys versus Bills preview. All I said was to be yourself, play your game, establish your run game. We were going to do that, but we couldn't because we were down early in this game. That got negated with a bunch of penalties. We're the most penalized team in the NFL. No way that you can be a playoff contender. No way you can be a championship football team with you being a heavily penalized football team, because when the rubber meets the road and you need to get a stop and you can't stop anybody because of penalties, because you're extending drives, that's what ultimately gets you kicked out of the playoffs. That's what ultimately keeps you away from winning your division. So, we didn't take care of the ball. We exceeded on penalties. Our penalties were stupid today. I think we had like 7 or 8 penalties today. We couldn't tackle Josh Allen. We couldn't tackle anybody. We couldn't tackle James Cook. We couldn't tackle Stephon Diggs. We couldn't tackle Josh Allen. There was a bunch of guys we just could not tackle today in this game, and it just looked like this team in general was tired and they didn't want to play this football game. It just seemed like they were just completely out of it. I just think that they were coming in as a 10-3 football team. They were playing a 7-6 football team, which is now about to advance to 8-6. The Dallas Cowboys thought they just want to roll in here and just blow out the Philadelphia. Beat out or blow out the Buffalo Bills, but that's what didn't happen today, man. It was a terrible performance on all sides of the ball, and I think what really changed the game, in my opinion, is I'm going over some of these tweets that some of the best content creators were discussing in today's game. Like, for example, Koye Media, I'm about to put up his screenshot right now. But he said, now, let's be honest, he said that an hour ago. I think he had said that, I believe, during either the third quarter or at halftime. He had said, that punt penalty off of Sam Williams on that down. We just had stopped the Buffalo Bills, like fourth down. They're punting it. Sam Williams easily shoots through the gap. He's about to essentially jump up and grab the ball out of the air. And Sam Williams just went. He left his feet, and they preached that, and that's what Jesse Holly and Scott Walker Steele were saying at halftime. On the halftime shows that something you just can't do on special teams, especially when you have a free lane to the punter. Do not jump up. You're supposed to make your hands like a diamond, and you got to block the punt and everything like that. And Jesse Holly had a great depiction and showed you what Sam Williams needed to do. If he executes that play, that's a touchdown. Games looks different. The first drive that Buffalo had, they went down there and they were in scoring range. We were about to stop them, and then DeMarcus Lawrence gets a roughing the passer penalty on Josh Allen. Even though Josh Allen sold it and he flopped, still don't touch the quarterback. We already know that rule. Do not touch the quarterback after the ball is gotten rid of. We forced the fumble. We didn't call the timeout to challenge it or nothing because it was a fumble. We didn't, capitalize on that. That was terrible. And then we had a personal foul on J-Ron Curse. Josh Allen overthrew Khalil Shakir by like 40 yards. And then J-Ron Curse comes out of nowhere and hits him in the back of the head. Like, just dumb things that we were doing. We're beating ourselves the entire of the game, man. And, now what we're going to have to do, we're just going to regroup. We got the Miami Dolphins next week, man. That's tough. It's going to be in Miami. It's going to be on Christmas Eve. So hopefully the Dallas Cowboys go out there and they regroup and they figure it out. Hopefully we can get healthy. Hopefully there was no major injuries. Hopefully nobody's going to be missing for the rest of the remainder of the season, but they'll be back in playoffs because we need everybody that we can get. Our run defense is going to look tremendously tough if we can't stop anything, especially on the edges, because Miami's going to test us there. And if we can't get home, Tua, all the weapons out there in Miami, they're going to burn us if we can't stop them. So, an offense, they need to pick it up, man. Especially on the road, man. We're slow on the road. We're slow on the road, man. It is terrible how slow we are on the road. We need to turn it around because I think out of our last 3 games that we have remaining, 2 of them are on the road. And who knows, you might have to play all 3 of them just to get the division. So, man, if you're Dallas Cowboys, you got to figure it out. Hopefully we're healthy. And that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.